feel like I've been in a mood all week. I talked earlier today about choosing the thoughts that you identify with, choosing the ways that you feel, right? Because ultimately, I am in control. And then talking about free will. Let me turn this light off real quick. Get my red going back on. I like the red. Let's see how this looks without the light. I think I like this. Yeah, because I'm just using my computer to illuminate. So, what I was saying is, I feel like I've been in a mood all week. I was talking earlier today about choosing what thoughts, what feelings you identify with, and the ways that you conduct yourself. If I want to be positive, if I want to be negative, and I'm not sure what's been influencing that, but I have nothing to feel some sort of way about. I want to get on here and talk about this because this is, it's I feel like it's congruent with the things that I've been talking about, and it's a way for me to document that. So you have the free will to choose the way that you feel, and my choices are being influenced by external circumstances and nothing in particular, just my brain. And I think as humans sometimes we like to be not self-sulking, but so some people do like that. That's why you listen to your sad music or whatever. Is you're relishing in those feelings, right? And I say we take kratom, so we're gonna take some kratom while we talk because we're gonna get to bed here in a little bit. But ultimately, I'm in control, and I don't particularly like feeling like this. And I'm not in a mood all the time. Sometimes I snap out of it, but I can tell that I have been a little bit off because I know how I normally feel. The background just changed, so the lighting is a little bit lower. Well, I think I've been choosing to be in a mood, and it hasn't really been positively affecting me or negative. It's just like my state of being. But if I continue to be in a mood, then it is going to start affecting things. It's going to start affecting people, myself, my outcomes, and so on. Right? So I want to move away from that. I think really, if I'm acting because if life is a movie and I am the main character in my movie, I don't have main character syndrome, right? I'm not the most important. I like to think I'm quite humble, but it's funny how thinking that I'm humble is actually not humble. That's weird, right? Well, whatever. If I continue to be in a mood and I don't choose to get out of that mood, then everything around me is going to start reflecting that. I'm just going to sink further into that feeling, and nothing good's going to come from it. And so I'm choosing to get out of that mood. And I think in that, it's going to start attracting those positive things, the better things that I want. Because I don't want to be in a mood. And I say in a mood because it's not, I haven't been feeling bad, but I haven't necessarily been on top of the world. I don't know why that is. Because everything is good. Everything is going in my favor. But if I continue like this, then it is going to start falling apart. So I have to, and it can't be because, oh, I had a good day. Oh, we had a good day, so we're in a better mood. I have to choose to be in a better mood. Because if I'm not, then I'm not gonna have a good day. And you can't just wait. You can't just wait for things to happen, right? I was talking with a friend about luck, and there's preparation and opportunity, and there's persistence and patience. And I'm a very patient man. I'm very persistent. I know what I want. And I prepare myself to be able to capitalize on those opportunities. And I feel like I'm doing that. And maybe in that is the core of the reason why I'm in a mood. Because I am showing up and doing the things. And I'm not in a mood all the time. But whenever I am, I am. I'm kind of choosing to be that way. And that's I guess that's me practicing free will. But there also needs to be contrast in life. There needs to be good and bad. There needs to be the things contrasting. That way there is appreciation for the highs, and the lows are recognized, and we can learn from them. If I think that the lows are just gonna go away no matter how successful I am, that would be foolish. The lows will exist no matter the metric that I use to gauge success. So even once I achieve and accomplish everything that I want to achieve, I'm still going to feel this way sometimes. But I have to be prepared to fix that. And I think I always have been, because I've always been in a good mood, but I've also always been in a not so good mood. I think that has motivated a lot of the things that I do. That being in a not good mood has motivated me to push myself further and accomplish real things. It's motivating this right now. I didn't plan on recording a video tonight, but I was about to brush my teeth and I remembered I needed to take some kratom. Because if not, then I'm probably going to wake up in the middle of the night feeling like shit. And that's just something that I deal with. I just have to deal with it. That's what it is. I've accepted that. Just like I'm accepting that I have control over the ways that I feel. And even in recording this, I'm beginning to feel a little bit better. But after I stop recording, then it's on me to choose to lead with that better mood, to be happy. That if I don't think and act in the ways that are conducive to the positive outcomes that I want, then you can't achieve 4 without 2 plus 2 or 5 minus 1. But if the desire is 4, then I have to do one or the other. I have to 2 plus 2 or I have to 5 minus 1. So if I am to actualize those desires, then I must do the thing. And whatever that thing may be. And I kind of talk in a metaphysical sense or a metaphorical sense. That way it's encapsulating to all, not just to me. I have to choose to do the thing that puts me in the position. And if I want to be happy, then I have to choose happiness, regardless of any other circumstance. And if I want to be sad, then I have to choose sadness, regardless of any other circumstance. You look at people that you think have got it all, and they're sad, and you wonder, well, how did they end up there? Well, they ended up there through their choices. They didn't do the things that they needed to do. You think that they want to choose happiness, and they actually wanted to choose sadness, because they didn't do the things that are conducive to the happiness. Now, maybe they're confused and they don't realize that they have this power. Maybe they don't understand that they can channel those things. A lot of people don't feel as if they're powerful. A lot of people feel powerless. But you are just as powerful as I am. We're all equally powerful, and we all have control. And only when we recognize that control can we actually begin to make those changes. So I implore you to realize your power, recognize what you deserve, and choose to do the things that put you in the position to have the things that you want. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm choosing. I always have, but I'm just speaking about it now. I feel like this was a good moment to sit down and talk about choosing happiness, because it's a juxtaposition to, I'm not sad, I'm just in a mood, and I have been. I haven't been let down, I haven't been led astray. My assumptions were not proven to be wrong. I've just chosen this, and I don't know why. There is a reason. When I think about it, I can't identify it immediately. But it may be, with high highs come low lows. And I don't think that necessarily always has to be true. That you have to come down from the high eventually. Like, that's just the way energy works. I don't think you can really refute that. You can't just stay at the high all the time, because you gain a tolerance to that high. That's just the natural order of things. And by realizing the natural order of things, and then the power that I have to change that natural order, then I become the architect. Right? I believe that to be true. Each of us are the architects of our reality. Maybe we just think on that for a little while. I will snap out of this mood. I'm going to continue to show up. I'm going to continue doing the things that I love. I'm going to continue choosing to do what I want to do. But I'm going to be more cognizant of the power that I have and recognize the ability to affect change in my personal state and the state of the world around me. And I'm going to be more proactive in that. Or maybe more active in that. Rather than spilling the drink and letting the paper end up in whatever way it is, I'm going to prepare the table and pick up the pencil and truly be the architect of the blueprint for my reality. So I think that's all we're going to talk about tonight. Like I said, I didn't plan on making a video tonight, but I kind of felt it. I hope you enjoyed the conversation. This is going to be more the style of the channel where, you know, like I've said, I have ideas and I'm just talking about things. So, well, we're going to continue to do that. But, you know, I was talking about the powerlessness earlier. I think a lot of that comes from confidence. And you gain confidence through action, right? That when you have a result that reflects your ability to change the world, create, or whatever, then you gain confidence from that result. Now, there's unsubstantiated confidence that some people work within, which is where you find these powerful beings that can do a lot, and you don't understand why they can do that. But maybe it's not unsubstantiated. They just don't directly recognize the power that they have, and their confidence is being derived from that power without directly recognizing it. And I feel like I used to operate within that frame, the frame of unsubstantiated confidence. And it did affect the world around me. I did reap the benefits of that. But I think the easiest example to show is, like, because it pertains to me, it's like bodybuilding. That by putting in action and changing my world, changing my physique, that has given me confidence to know that I do have power, right? And I don't think I've never really lacked confidence in a sense, but maybe I haven't had as much as I should, because we all at some point don't necessarily believe in ourselves wholly as we should. But more and more as my life has gone on, and I've proven myself to myself that confidence is built through action and through results. And you know, I'm not trying to prove myself to anyone. The only person I'm in competition with is myself from yesterday. And the only person I'm trying to impress is myself in the future. When I look back on my life, will I be proud? And I think about that a lot. And even in direct action, when I'm doing something, I think about, will I be proud of this action? And it does. It changes what I do sometimes. But, you know, we'll think about that and talk about it more in the future. We're coming up on almost 20 minutes. I hope you all enjoyed the conversation. If you did, make sure to stick around for more and leave some comments. Leave a like on the video if you actually did stay this long. That's pretty cool, and I appreciate that. You're fucking badass. I have a feeling that I have confidence that things are going to fall into place exactly the way they should be, because they always will end up exactly the way they're supposed to be. It's our job to not make excuses and create those results. So, again, no excuses, only results. Y'all take care, alright? I will catch you in the next one. See ya.